Nobody knew my face. The reality show gave me the face.
Yeah.
And it made me household name and changed everything. My first film was a hit. The first film I did, Faltu, was a big hit. My second film was a hit. My third film was a hit. So मुझे तो back to back all three films were hit.
I'm no different. I'm like a typical mom who's damn protective, and you tell me also, mom, back off, just back off.
Yeah.
And I listen, I back off for maybe 5 minutes, and then again I out and out
Number.
a massy song. I think I'm sure all of them have a lot. I think they're all
Slowly,
kept their
slowly.
I think wo cards they will open when it is जब सही time आएगा. But I think they're all come fully prepared, and I'm sure they'll be कर लो. That's a different thing. But we are not going to sit down and say कि नहीं ये बिल्कुल मत करना, ये dance form मुझे बिल्कुल पसंद नहीं है. That's a completely different way of looking at things. We have to be very liberal about when we are sitting on a judge's chair and actually critiquing something. So we look at it very differently.
Absolutely. Remo, so for you, it was such a surprise to see you in Madgaon as well.
Yeah.
And it was refreshing. And I think that's the beauty की industry की कि जब आपका नाम बन जाता है, it gives you avenues to sort of explore different things. Any plans, probably exploring acting?
Me?
Yeah.
You
I
should.
don't.
Of course you should.
I don't know. मैंने उसके बारे में कभी सोचा नहीं है. I've never thought of being that. I'm very happy directing films and doing what I'm doing right now. So if something like this comes in, excites me, and then you never know. Yeah.
But what's your take as a filmmaker now that you are one, to just see the industry response? How do you think, is there a change in the way, people come to you, or, they just end up taking filmmakers in a different light?
Seriously.
More seriously, in a different light.
Of course,
Does that?
because see, as a technician, as a choreographer, turning into a director, होता था पहले. I had to prove कि boss, I can do it, I can direct. So earlier films, in fact मेरे साथ ऐसा कुछ हुआ ही नहीं. My first film was a hit. The first film I did, Faltu, was a big hit. My second film was a hit. My third film was a hit. So मुझे तो back to back all three films were hit. So कभी मुझे ऐसा feel नहीं हुआ कि मुझे as a choreographer भी seriously लेते थे and as a director भी seriously लेते हैं. So I have never faced anything like this.
Yeah, but do you see any sort of shift or change?
Yes, shift in the sense, I think after Be Happy, I could see a little change into people that okay, he can do other genres also, because not just a dance or action movie, but he's very good with emotions also. So that shift I can see, and people calling me and saying, "Hey, very nice," and this is, so that shift is happening. Eventually.
Yeah. Mallaika, I have to say, ever since I think my first interview with you, you've always been so unapologetically yourself and never felt the need to justify, because I remember our conversation back then. I feel like, how have you managed, when, especially in this industry, जो इतनी insecurities भरी हुई है, external validation बहुत ज़रूरी होता है, उस दौरान how have you managed to sort of be yourself and not be apologetic about it?
I guess I've just stayed true to myself. I don't think too much about it. इतना thought नहीं है कि कैसे ऐसे आप कैसे हो, आप unapologetic हो. I think that is how I am in my daily everyday life. Validation की मतलब सबको validation बहुत पसंद है हमारे life में. मतलब we are working in an industry, we are working in a space जहाँ पे validation की बहुत ज़रूरत होती है, and you thrive on it. But it doesn't govern my life. It's not the be all and end all of my life. I'm happy whether it is an award or whether it is through somebody, your fans, or whether it is somebody telling you. That's all validation at the end of the day. I just say, just be authentic, यार. जो भी आप कर रहे हो, be authentic.
Yeah.
Because पता चलता है. The minute you're trying to put on a facade, it just all comes across very fake, very बना हुआ, very made up. It comes across. I think just be yourself, man. I think that's how it should be, and I live my life like that. I can't be bothered कि लोग क्या कह रहे हैं, क्या हो रहा है, who's doing better, who is younger. I have no time and energy for any of that. So
Love that.
I love my work. I do my work. I try to be better at what I am doing. If I'm going to worry about somebody else, then it's back up for me then.
No, but we're also seeing lately Arhan come out a little, like, you know, he's sort of doing his own thing and speaking on digital platforms and all. What do you guide him?
I say the same
About
thing,
how
just
to
be
go
authentic self, you know, at the end of the day. I mean,
Yeah.
people are not stupid, they can tell, they know, you know, they can see. So yeah, I think, but he's still very young, he's
Yeah.
still figuring out his, we are there as
Yeah.
parents, we're there to guide you, we're there to tell you right from wrong, but eventually खुद को मतलब decide ही करना पड़ेगा कि, you know, what works for him, what doesn't, and he's a smart kid, so
Do you get protective about him?
of course
in
I will
this?
get protective. Which parent doesn't get? I
Yeah.
mean, I'm like I'm no different. I'm like a typical mom who's
Mom.
damn protective, and you tell me also, mom, back off, just back off.
Yeah.
And I listen, I back off
Yeah.
for maybe 5 minutes, and then again I will.
Yeah, but also one thing that I have to ask is fitness is like such an important part of your life, and people like really look up to you for the way you have maintained yourself, and you look the same no matter what year it is. But I have to say that, you know, to find that motivation to be that fit is also hard. How have you sort of blended that with your way of life?
It's just a way of life. I feel आप उठते हो सुबह, नहाते हो, दांत ब्रश करते हो, it's just normal. This for me, I feel if I'm not fit, or if I'm not feeling good, then I can't function. If my body and my mind are not in tandem, then I cannot function. So it's very important for me to have that balance in my life. वो है तो सब कुछ चल रहा है, then I'm fine.
Who do you both think that, you know, is a great dancer in today's time, because we're talking about like dance here?
Male?
Male, female, or you could give me one in
Either,
each.
either.
Yeah,
Male, I think Hrithik Roshan.
yeah. OG.
Not OG. Yeah, Hrithik Roshan. But saying that, all the boys are really good dancers right now. Female, though, one is sitting next to me.
That's because I'm
Yeah.
sitting next to you.
No.
I used to love Madhuri Dixit, of course.
Yeah.
There, but there she is,
What would you say?
my favorite.
I've always been a Madhuri ma'am fan forever and ever. I think I've always tried to imitate her in my over the years. Always loved her. I also do love
HR.
Hrithik. I think he is fabulous. Varun is
Varun,
a
yeah.
super
All-
dancer.
Shahid is good.
Very good
It is
dancer.
amazing.
Nora is a fantastic dancer. So I think all these are very good dancers.
If there is someone you would say in
Katrina is
today's,
a very good
Katrina is a good dancer.
yeah, if there's someone who you think like has a lot of potential to be the next big dancer in the industry, तो वो कौन होगा? If I might ask you that way.
One girl I've seen, I think she is fantastic, and in future I think she's going to do really good is Rasha.
Rasha, yeah.
Yeah.
Ui Amma, I think.
Outstanding she is.
What do you have to say about Rasha? And
She's a fabulous dancer, very good. I think the young ones still have to prove
Yeah, they have
themselves.
to
They've
still
not really
prove it.
seen.
They have not seen it.
Not really seen much. I mean, they're all like grooving.
Yeah,
and I
it's
think she's
not-
the only one who's done a out and out,
number.
Yeah.
a massy song. I think I'm sure all of them have
Must
a lot.
be.
You know, I think they're all
Slowly,
kept their.
slowly.
Yeah, I think वो cards they will open when
अब
it is.
खुलेंगे.
Yeah, जब सही time आएगा. But I think they're all come fully prepared, and I'm sure they'll be fantastic dancers.
For sure. Lastly, before I leave, I have to ask that I was recently having a conversation with Nora, and I feel like dance is a form where, you know, you're sort of reinventing and you have to get something new to the audience each time. As, you know, in things that both of you all do, how difficult or challenging does it get to sort of reinvent and give the audience a new thing every time you all come ahead? Be it a new step or be it a new, you know, masala or tadka that you're getting to the audience.
Be it a new step, as a choreographer, as a director, I think बहुत ही important हो जाता है कि आप कुछ ना कुछ नया discover करते रहो और नया. So that's very important for me at least. मतलब उससे तो and for her also.
सबके लिए
सबके लिए.
you
Yeah.
have to be
You
you
have
have
to
to
be
up your
relevant.
game, you have to have
Yeah.
कुछ नया करते
नहीं
जाओ,
तो-
सीखते जाओ, प्रूव करना है तो हर बार of course there will be certain signature things that you know that is
Yeah.
your signature style.
Yeah.
वो हमेशा रहेगा, that is part of your DNA.
Yeah.
But you have to keep adding to that. I think it's very important.
If I could quickly ask one toughest song of your journey, if you all could name one, which one would it be?